So remember, while I'm reading today, you are looking for details about Robbie and Kennedy, both explicit details that are right there in the text, but even more importantly, you guys, think about what isn't being said directly in the text. What are you thinking is going on with these characters? Go with your gut and give me some feedback. I've been so impressed with what some of you have said. I shared that slide with you, and I'm hoping that your thinking is going to push other people to think even more about these characters. So, last we left off, Arthur had just written about his mom, and I'm going to start off with Dear RJ. Drama class started this week, and Kennedy is in it too. It's nice to be in a class with her where we don't have to sit at desks. We can sit wherever we want, and I always sit beside her and show her how charming I am in real life every day. It might even be okay that Robbie is in the class too, except he is always talking to Kennedy. They have this thing from when they played baseball together. It's this weird high five thing they do all the time, and it's really dumb. We also have to sing in class, which I think is stupid because it's a drama class and not choir. But Mr. Tan said that a good actor is a triple threat if he can act, sing, and dance. I would like to triple threat Robbie right out of the class, but not with acting, singing, and dancing. More like kickboxing, karate, and ninja moves. I've been writing too. I started a dumb story in Miss Whitehead's class about zombie cats. But it's definitely not going to make me famous. I tried to base it on Pickles, but she's not a zombie. She's just kind of possessed. My story for the contest will make readers laugh and cry and realize just how smart I am. I'm going to write something deep. I think it needs to have lots of description. Miss Whitehead is big on description. The computer sat alone on the table in a faded gray room. The chair was brown, cracked leather, digging into anyone who sat on it. The sun shone yellow through dirty window panes. There was nothing more to say. Yours truly, Arthur Bean. Okay, so their next assignment is that they have to interview someone, because Miss Whitehead says that interviewing someone is what authors sometimes do to kind of make their characters seem more real, and that it can turn a flat character into a well-rounded one by thinking about possible backstories, quirks, and such. So, students have to find someone to interview. Peer tutoring program, progress report, session, January 11th, worked on interviews. Artie was really rude today, and I even tried to be nice to the loser. He refused to help me fix my interview with Kennedy to make it a better assignment. I wonder why Arthur did not want to help not want to help Robbie with his assignment about Kennedy. I'm sure you guys can kind of pick up on why he does not want anything to do with making Robbie look better about Kennedy. I don't know how you think this tutoring is good for either of us. Can we change now? He's in my drama class, and he's as annoying there as everywhere else. Miss Whitehead, I would like an extension on this assignment. I was going to interview Kennedy Laurel, but Robbie already interviewed her. My interview was going to be much more in depth, but I don't want you to think that I stole his idea. If anything, I think he stole mine, because I was talking to Kennedy in drama class, and it was pretty clear that I was going to ask her to be my person to interview. And now I have to think of a new person to interview, and I don't know if I'll have time to do that by Friday. Arthur, I will give you time to interview Robbie during class on Thursday, which should give you enough time to hand in your interview for Monday morning. Ms. Whitehead. From Kennedy to Arthur, sent January 15th. Hi, Arthur. How much fun is drama class? Mr. Tan was saying that there are going to be auditions for Romeo and Juliet soon. How awesome will that be? And I'll answer that for you. So totally awesome, LOL. Anyway, how is your story coming along? I totally realized I haven't read any of it. I think I'm almost done with mine. I made it so the aliens are really good at mind control, and then my main character doesn't know if she's under mind control or a solid dream. If you want, you can send me your outline. Of course, only if you've actually written anything. Just kidding. I'm just making fun of you since you haven't sent me anything. You're so secretive, LOL. But seriously, you can totally send me something. I want to be helpful. Plus, I'm going to send you the rest of my story soon, too. Kennedy, happy face. So I love that some of you picked up already that Kennedy was kind of suspicious that Arthur hadn't handed in anything, and she's actually on to it. Wow, Kennedy, it sounds like your story gets better each week. I love the new twist. It reminds me of that thing that Shakespeare talked about, a dream within a dream, but I think your version is way cooler. So I'm going to skip this next part because basically all Arthur does is talk about 5 other stories that aren't his that are writing possibilities. And then this is what Kennedy says in response. Hi, Arthur, you have so many ideas and they're all so complicated. It's like you have the whole plot of the Hobbit trilogy or something. I don't want to be super harsh, but they're pretty big plans. All of them sound like you could write like 100,000 pages on them and still not be done. A couple of them sound like other things too. Isn't your second idea the same story we studied in 6th grade? I think your first idea is a lot like King Arthur, and idea 3 is totally Peter Pan. No offense, maybe I'm reading something into them, and I don't even know what happened in your last idea. That was like 8,000 plots in one. As your creative writing partner, I just wanted to point that out. I don't want you to get accused of cheating later. I may want to win, but I don't want you to get kicked out as my competition. LOL. Anyway, I always hear that people say we should write about stuff that we know. Maybe you should write something more realistic. Plus, you're so funny. You could totally win with a hilarious story about your cousin George or something. Just a couple thoughts from your favorite writing partner, LOL, Kennedy. Dear Kennedy, thanks, I will think about it. But George doesn't really do much. Whenever I see him, he's just listening to his iPod on huge headphones. He barely speaks, actually. My cousin Luke, George's brother, told me the other day that George spent the entire weekend reorganizing his DVD collection, literally all weekend. I don't think that'll make a good story. Yours truly, Arthur Beam. So for this next part, Zoe is going to be my assistant because Arthur has to interview Robbie Zach. So Zoe is going to be Robbie, and I am going to be Arthur. And Oliver, check out her cool Mickey Mouse sweatshirt. Okay, anyhow, so I interviewed Robbie Zach. Here's what we talked about, which can be proved through a recording. What is your name? Doesn't say anything. How old are you? He doesn't say anything, but if you listen to the tape, you can hear him burp right in my face. Do you like reading?
No.
Do you like writing?
No, it's boring.
Then where do you get your ideas for your stories in English class?
Why? Do you want to steal them?
Were you born a jerk, or is your jerkness just because you like being a jerk?
Were you always a copycat nerd, or did you copy that from your mom?
My mom's dead, jerk.
As if.
It's true. She died last year.
Oh.
End of interview. Arthur, I believe you can do better than this. I would like you to redo the assignment and think carefully about some questions. I know that you can find your common interests and values between you and Robbie. Robbie, you're going to have to come back for the next interview. Sit your butt down. It's tricky when you find yourself talking about a difficult subject, but try and realize that Robbie didn't know about your mother passing away. You two may have difficulties communicating, but A little understanding of someone else's situation can go a long way. Please submit your new assignment to me tomorrow. Robbie Zach interview, take 2. Here is the written version of my second interview with Robbie Zach. I recorded it again in case you didn't believe me. What is your favorite color?
Red.
What is your favorite subject?
Drama.
What is your least favorite subject?
English.
Miss Whitehead said you have to cooperate and do my interview.
That's not even a question.
But you're making it suck. You're only answering with one-word answers.
Yep.
Fine.
Fine.
I'm going to fail this assignment and it'll be your fault.
Impossible. You never fail anything. You're always been good at school.
Because I do my homework. Do you even do your homework?
There's no point. I'm probably going to suck at it anyway.
Can't your mom help you? Doesn't seem. Well?
No, I'm out of here.
Then Robbie left. I don't think you can fail me for this, Miss Whitehead. Arthur, I know you're having trouble with this assignment, but I really feel you can succeed. Mr. Everett tells me you're one of his best newspaper journalists, so I'm sure you can come up with a great interview question. In fact, many of them. I've spoken to Robbie as well, and I'd like you to try one more time to connect with Robbie in your interview. It's so important for famous writers to be able to create very diverse characters in their story. And it's clear you and Robbie are very different. Get back over here. You can take some time during class to complete the assignment, Miss Whitehead. Robbie Zach interview, take 3. I was told I have to interview you again with better questions.
I was told that I have to give you better answers. So let's get it over with.
Good idea. First question. What kinds of stuff do you do for fun?
Normal stuff. I don't know. Video games are my favorite, but I'm not allowed to play the good ones. I like Minecraft best. I like watching action movies. I play basketball sometimes, and soccer, I suck, but I still like it.
She's not even allowed to say soccer. She can now. Okay, anyway, you like movies. Is that why drama is your favorite subject?
I don't know. I guess so. It's good, I guess, because I don't know. I guess there are fun people in the class, and it's not hard. It's good because you get to do whatever and like fool around. Like when I was a kid, go for a grade, and then Mr. Tan says that it's creative. It's like we're pretending stuff that's not true, but it feels like more than that sometimes, which is way better than doing real stuff, you know?
But your real stuff isn't hard. You gotta go. You just got back from Hawaii. Going to Hawaii for Christmas isn't hard. What's hard about your life?
Lots of stuff. Just because I went to Hawaii doesn't mean that life isn't hard, you know? You think you're the only one with hard stuff, and that makes you think you're better than other people.
I don't think I'm special. You don't understand. Your mom isn't dead.
No, but she might as well be. She's moving away to North Carolina without us. My dad is moving my brother and me into some ugly townhouse, and we had to share a bedroom. Life sucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
My next question is, what kind of books do you like to read?
I told you that I don't like to read. Well, I like comics. Just do comics count?
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe not.
They should.
I don't think so. They're just pictures.
No way, man. The drawings add way more to the story because the artists are really good. Like this one about zombies, it's awesome. And it's not like all the zombies are bad or nothing. They have personalities. They have to be drawn in, and all of them look different. And you can spend hours looking at all the details on one page. You should read one. I bet you would like that.
I doubt that.
I bet you will. I'm going to bring you one, and then you have to read it.
Fine. I'll read it, but I don't think I'll like it.
Fine.
Okay, last question. Do you like knitting?
Knitting? Like sweaters?
Or scarves or stuff? I mean, you can knit anything.
That's the stupidest question I've ever heard.
End of interview. Much better, Arthur. I'm glad to see that you and Robbie were able to work together on this assignment, and I hope you learned something too. And I hope that you guys do your work today. All right. Don't want to disappoint Zoe. All right. Talk to you soon.